Hey everybody, welcome back to another reaction. Your boy Lance here for episode 12 in the season finale of Clevatess. And apparently it is the season finale because I got word through the grapevine through social media that this was confirmed, I believe, for a second season. So I'm glad to see that because I think this is an underrated gem. Might even be the underrated gem of the season. A lot of good dark fantasy, good characters, good storytelling so far. The only nitpick of the anime is that some of the animation could be wonky sometimes, but it is what it is. But this isn't a review of the season. Let's see what the season finale gives us at least. Let's dive in. Because you like the kid. Return of the King. What a title. Lord of the Rings style. Let's go. I'm assuming the title means that Luna takes the rightful place. Yeah. He's having sad boy hours right now. Be the change you want to be, Clevatess. That music go hard too. I figured it would be Alicia. Of course I am, motherfucker. I just like, she's got fucking stand aside, showing a protagonist. I'm just gonna yell bullshit over and over too. Mmm. Oh, interesting. I didn't think she would go like that, but way to go, Alicia. Good voice acting. Rise to call us the living unless. Good point. Hard to tell. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Trying to walk. Luna's like, nah, motherfucker. Okay. Way to make a baby standing up. Pretty fucking epic. There it is. Good callback to episode 1. Good. Yep. Walking. Let's do this. Baby's first steps. Let's go. King's first steps, really. Will that be enough? Power of determination, motherfucker! And power of being a real hero. That's the cosmos. Pale purple. Oh man, this music going fucking hard. Let's go, bro. Oh shit, hell yeah, let's go, bro. Yeah, we're getting the epic. Oh. Let's go, Alicia. Oof. Oh. Oh, I love the water effect there. Yeah, it sure is, motherfucker. Two can play this game. Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Got him enough. But probably not enough to kill him. Yeah. Yep. Because he is the more skilled and more experienced fighter. So but she's got determination on her side. It's because you already decided your own limits. Okay, I get it. Quit making excuses. Talk your shit, girl. Hey, it's doing enough because it's pissed you off. The sword. And that's why, okay. There it is. I said it last episode. Okay. I was like, that was the only way they can break it. So I weakened in an effort to destroy it. Okay. I saying I did like that she got hit twice beforehand because he is more experienced and a stronger fighter, technically. But she was going for the sword, so. Being thinking the man who's weakened, well, he'll think he's a bitch and probably kill him. There it is. Oof. Oof. Oh. 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 Ah. Oh, the noise. It's so. Oh. Ugh. Oh. Nah. This is your bed. Now lay in it, bro. Oh my god. Every little piece of him was basically destroyed. That is brutal, gruesome, and an amazing death, dude. I will remember that death in anime for a while. God, that was a cool death. Damn. The mom. Mama. Hmm. Oh. Hey, 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 hey. What are you doing, Klein? I think Klein's. No, 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 no. I get what he's doing. Walk. We've seen the king. We've seen him walk. Now, granted, it's a baby Klein. He just started to, but I get it. Look at the smile. Go ahead. Good job, buddy. I got this. I got this. It's okay. I got this. Stand back. No, no, no. If I trip, I trip. Damn, this baby's got some great dexterity already. Yeah. Aw. Good shit. Look at you being all smug, Klein. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pass out now. I'm gonna pass. Yep, you deserve a break, girl. Oh, that's Borden. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Okay. That's how you deal with an OP enemy and OP ally. Now we have two Lord of the Dark Beasts basically at war with each other, or going to be at war with each other. Yeah, the real question: how are they gonna use his body there for something? Right? I'd be very curious. That's just an interesting plot point. They wanted you to remind you is still going to be there for next season. That does suck though, right? The pain still being there. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, Toa. And Vorden said the Toa would awaken. The original Legend of Heroes. That's an interesting. But it wouldn't turn. Hmm. Wait, hold on. So it's the key to another book. Yeah, yeah, okay. So we have multiple books we're going after. Well, that's how you extend your fucking show and your manga. Yeah, I mean, when do you find out who Klein actually is? Oh, nah, the queen ain't gonna care. The queen ain't gonna care. As a mother, she's not gonna give a shit. That's what he's. Yeah, queen don't give a shit. She's on that queen shit, literally. Yeah, I'm glad Nell got a happier thing than what she had. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh shit, Lance, a title? Anything? Lance or a title? What, Klein? What are you gonna do, Klein? Huh? 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 What? What? Oh shit. Okay. 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 Get that OP. We have 7 in the end. Yeah, a little bit. So like it would make sense that that's how he is allowed to stay on he's allowed to still see the Luna become king, right? As a magic teacher, even though he doesn't really know much about magic, he can figure it out. Plus, I'm telling you, old girl from the other side, she's gonna be help around more too. I think it just makes sense to me. But yeah, this gives him the opportunity to continue to be by Luna's side as he grows into his title, basically, and his power. Um, this damn, this opening is so fire, dude. This is one of the better openings for the season, song wise at least. Doo-doo. Yeah. So I'm assuming I love that Alicia like kept calling bullshit on Klein there so much, uh, forcing him to look into Luna's eyes, and I can infer that he basically saw the strive to continue to move forward, the strive to find something, the strive to continue on, the strive to just strive of humanity, right? Humanity's desire to continue on, to push through, even though he saw it just through a baby's eyes. Oh, Oh my god, she's cute. Wait, are we going to a Magic Academy for second season? No, I don't think it's Magic Academy as much as she looks really cute in that. I'm assuming it's a, uh oh, shit. I was trying to see something. Uh, Come on. Come on. Yeah. I'm assuming it's, um, what the royal garb for the attendants have to wear. I don't think it's a Magic Academy thing. It just my first mind was Magic School in second season. Obviously, there's not a Magic School really because Magic is a newer thing that's been pushed recently in this world. Um, or it could be. I could be wrong, but it feels like that's what the attendants wear. She looks cute in that. Leave me alone. Um, yeah. So going back, Klein saw the future, the ability for mankind to literally keep moving forward, and he saw that there with Luna basically falling down, getting back up, standing up, walking. Right? That's what humanity does. It's the metaphor for humanity's whole strive to be greater and to move forward. No matter how many times you fall, you get back up, sort of thing. I think that's what Klein saw, and then he got forced by Alicia. Shout out to Alicia again to look into his eyes, almost into his soul. Right? I can infer a little bit. I could also be overreading it, but that's what my thoughts process on that is. Um, Vorden versus Klein would be super interesting. Vorden versus Clevatess, super interesting. Once again, also, if I don't cut it off for quick time purposes, the church or, well, His Holiness, they found Clevatess's body still encased in the ichor by Vorden, basically, slash Drell there. And um, that's going to be a plot point, I think, right? The body's there. Unless, I mean, His Holiness is like, don't touch it. It's still alive. Great, right? But I feel like they could use that somehow, some way in the next season. It's one of those things I feel confident enough in the writing so far of this story to be like, no, it'll go back to it. They're not just going to ignore it, especially because they went to it again. So that'll definitely be a plot point in the future. Uh, Drell's death was fucking brutal, bro. That's one of the more brutal deaths I've seen in a while in anime, and it was good though. It's the sound design. The sound design for the whole show has been fantastic. But the sound design on that, the visuals of that was fantastic, and that's what happens when you align yourself with a dark beast like that. Um, Drell basically took up the mantle from his mentor because he didn't want to go out like his mentor did, right? He wanted to be almost like he wanted to be remembered, but Alicia will take over that mantle instead. And like Alicia said, he was just in the end, he was weak. He was using stuff as excuses. I don't know if he's using excuse as much as he was facing reality, but it works in this sense because she had the determination and the grit to continue on, even with the shitty hand that she was dealt with. Like I said, Border versus Clyde would be very interesting going forward. And then plus because we still have the other dark beasts. We had 4, right? So we have 2 others who can align themselves. It could be 2v2, it could be 3v1, it could be a anything really. It could be one decides to abstain, one dies, I don't know. But the dark beasts have power, right? So they're one of the most strongest beings in this world so far. So them going to war with each other will shake the world itself. And Vorden knows the truth. It looks like it appears that Vorden knows at least some of the truth. We have all these books, the Book of Toa, the Awakening of Toa, which assumes it's a person, especially if it's called the Books of Toa. We don't know how many books there are yet, but that's how you extend it. We have to find these books and maybe unlock them, and then we'll get the true hero's tale. Um, I haven't seen a trope like that used in a minute, but hey, man, tropes are tropes because they work for the most part. Do-do-do-do-do. The Toa's going to awaken, like I said, that's super interesting there. Makes it sound like it's gonna be a being, or is it gonna be the legend of Toa? Or maybe Vorden gets the power of Toa? Is that what he's looking for? They're just trying to break whatever cycle they're trapped in because these books and the old heroes' legends. Um, W for Nellaroo there. She was always worried about that being a lowly commoner, as she called herself, but the queen is queen, right? So she was like, "No, I'm a mom first. You fucking fed my child. I'm not gonna be upset with you." And she looks like she's a woman who doesn't really give a shit about, fancy titles or you're a commoner, you're not a commoner. And like I said, mom first, so you fed my kid. I'm not gonna fucking be mad at you. Um, da-da-da-da. Alicia's such a good character, dude. Such a good main character. I really, really like her a lot. She's cute, which helps, but she's badass, which is always gonna be a plus. She's got that determination, she's got that toughness, she's got that shonen protagonist stuff, right? But not as bad. Well, this episode, she was very shonen protagonist, but I think it just helps because a lot of times she does use her head, but in this case, she used a lot of her heart, so it just makes her endearing in my eyes, at least. And like I said, plus she's cute, and it helps. But she's badass too. Return of the King, such a good title. Not a lot of notes in this one, just a lot of plot stuff. So I think I'll just go over the season as a whole. Yeah, very good season. I'm so glad I gave this a shot. I would love to go read the manga, but now that I haven't seen confirmation yet, but I was told that yes, we got a second season announcement, so I'm gonna go with that. I'm not gonna read it because we got this second season announcement. I would like to continue to react to this on cam, so if I can try, I will do season 2 whenever that may be. Now, if it's too long, I will just read it because sometimes you know how these seasons go for second season. It might take forever. Ba, ba, ba. Yep. I think the pacing of the season was fantastic. From start to end, I think the pacing was perfect. Maybe some spots were a little slower than others, but I never felt like we were meandering or we're lingering too long on a particular arc or episode. Moments maybe, but even then, that's a stretch for me to say that. I don't think it was masterpiece though. The story was pretty simple. It just works really well, and the characters work really well as well. And this art style is fantastic. I think the best thing about this show, to be honest, is the sound design. The sound design is old school, and I freaking love it for that. And I think that's probably the best sound design this season in a show, maybe even this year in a show. But my bias leads more toward the nostalgia stuff of those old school sound effects. Pacing was good. Characters are fantastic. Alicia Klein, Nell. When we met Nell LaRue, I really thought she was going to be completely dead by the end of the season, or at least by the end of her arc. But I'm glad we ended up giving her some sort of chance to continue to live. I thought maybe because the world's very dark fantasy, very berserk esque in that regard. So I was like, I don't see her living, but I'm glad she got a chance to live and she was able to be a wet nurse to our king there, basically. And I guess my only nitpick, I've said it before, of the show is the animation being wonky sometimes. And that's not even like crazy of a nitpick. It's a nitpick, I should say. It's just not that crazy of a thing to say because I don't think they were trying to be as flashy with their fights or anything. They were, for the most part, consistent with their fights, and they knew how to use their frames wisely in these fights. It's just a few times I got taken out because the art was a little wonky or the animation was wonky. But like I said, that's a nitpick for me. Like that's a minor nitpick for me. But I think the first season did everything a long running manga slash story is supposed to do. It gets you in. It gets you liking the characters, the main character at least. It gets you uh, liking the world. I wish we had a little more world building, but we're overarching world stuff. Like Alicia said in that one episode, we're gonna keep basically looking toward the horizon, so to speak, and the curvature of Earth. The next season should be opening up the world. I think. I hope. But yeah, I could ask a little more world building, be nice. But it was mainly about these dark beasts and these heroes and how everything they know currently is a lie. So it sets up the next season really well, and that's what I'm trying to say is the first season set up the second season really well and gave us a lot of plot points, and it resolved the major plot point with Luna being the rightful heir, returned to the kingdom, returned to the mom, and he's broke, and Luna's gonna get a chance to do his own thing because he doesn't have to jump into the forge and be controlled by Book anymore, like his ancestors and his older sibling there who took their own life, so because they didn't wanna do it, so he gets the choice not to he gets the choice to do what he wants to do, is what I should say. Da, 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 da. Yeah, like I said, next season, I'm really curious how we're gonna see Luna develop as a prince slash king because he's not king. Technically, he's king, but he's not, and he can't take the throne until he's of age. And so his mom will be the leader. So I'm curious if we'll get a time jump, a little time jump, maybe a couple years from toddler age up to like small child, like 6 or 7, maybe or 8. I don't know. Here, it's hard to tell with this little PB here at the end whether or not we will get a um a time jump. I don't think we will. We might, but now that Klein's going to be the magic teacher, which is a brilliant move by him. He gets to stay by Luna's side and see this development. That's what he's always wanted to do, is see what was going to happen with him becoming king, right? So, yeah, I'm all over the place, man. Um, with this episode and this season as a whole, but I think TLDR, too late, to be honest. Good season, underrated gem of the season so far, in my opinion. Good characters, decent writing, sometimes a little wonky animation, but not all the time. So yeah, fantastic show. Fantastic show. I think the issue with this show was that it came out with some really good shows this season. And any other normal season, this would, I think, be an easy top 5 show in my opinion, for me at least, right? But with how good this season's been for anime, I think this will still crack, like, if I had to put a list together, which I generally don't like to put season lists together because I just don't, right? This would definitely be a top 10 though, even in this season. Maybe around that 10th place. I'd have to think about it, but it definitely in my eyes deserves to be talked about more, is what I should say as well. But yeah, fantastic show. Once again, sorry for rambling a lot in this one. I was all over the place. I don't know. Maybe my ADHD medication needs to be upped. I don't know. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below of this episode, this season as a whole. Are you going to be continuing watching the next season? Are you going to go read the manga? If you are a manga reader, this will be interesting to find out. How did you like the adaptation? Did you think it was a strong adaptation? Did they cut too much out? Feel free to let me know down below as well. And that's another show done for summer 2025. So I'll talk to you soon for another show. Peace.